Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you're well. I'm going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, Taurus, but as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Page of Wands. You have the Five of Cups in the reverse, and you have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. All right, so Taurus, I do see communication. There's something new that's starting here, something you're passionate about. And that's really good because you've gone through a very difficult time, a lot of sadness where I feel like you were kind of looking back at the past, feeling very sad, very distraught, tears, a lot of anguish is what I'm seeing here. But you're coming out of that energy now and you're starting to feel more like yourself. And it could be because you've met someone new or you've started something new. With the Knight of Wands here in the reverse, there is somebody here that I feel like you're not moving towards him. You're not talking to this person. This could be an on-again, off-again situation as well. For some of you, you're looking at a situation that has been on and off, and you're wanting to reach out to that person. You're wanting to talk to that person because you've kind of done some analyzing of the situation, and you want to know, is there still love in this situation, or has it all drained out? Now let me see, but I feel like you're kind of holding back. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy, please. All right, so the person in your energy, we have Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Wands. So this is somebody who wants karmic justice for some sort of situation. You could be dealing with somebody that works with the law. They could work within the courts or something to do with law. But with justice, they want balance to be restored. They want a sense of justice. They want karmic justice here, but they don't know how to get it. They don't know how to go about getting it. I do feel like this is somebody that you aren't currently speaking with, but with the Six of Wands, this is somebody who, definitely feels wronged in the past. I feel like they feel that other people are observing this situation. They feel like they're being judged by some, and others are being very supportive. This is somebody who has gone against the grain. Somebody who, things are turning successful for them. They're going against the grain. Things are working out for them. And there's some sort of establishment that they feel judged by. They feel that these people are looking at them and they're saying, how in the world is, this person managing it? How are they being successful? I will also tell you that this person is being spiritually protected. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this could be somebody new in your energy here, Taurus. There's love here. There's love here between the two of you. Show me what's affecting this connection. So this could be somebody you're renewing love with, or this could be somebody new. What's affecting it is a decision, the Two of Swords. Somebody has been very indecisive, or both of you may have been very indecisive. So a decision here needs to be made. You're at a crossroads with this person. Let me see the outcome. The Knight of Swords. A truthful message is going to be delivered. That's communication. But sometimes that communication can be very sharp. So yeah, I feel like this is somebody that you haven't been talking with. It could have been an on-again and off-again situation, but there's going to be some communication here. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. Now, that's underlying energy, and Taurus, that indicates a feeling of betrayal, a painful ending. This is likely what caused you to go through all this anguish But you're coming out of that now, so I like that. Let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Page of Wands here? All right, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So if you've had conflict with this person, I feel like you want to end that conflict, or you're avoiding conflict. You may be reaching out to them with the hopes of a reconciliation. For others of you, this is someone new in your energy, and you've met this person recently, likely when you were at some sort of a social event. And I feel like you absolutely weren't expecting it. I feel like for those of you that this is a new person, you're smitten. You're like, wow, you know, and you felt an instant connection with this person. It caught you off guard. So I see two different timelines. I see somebody that this is a past person. For others, this is a new person. Let me see why this Five of Cups is here. All right, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Fool in reverse. You're afraid to take a risk with this person. You have options here. You know you have options. In both scenarios, you have options. You've gone through a difficult time. There's still some confusion. So you're not going to just jump into anything. And that's where we come up with this decision. Let me see the Knight of Wands reversed. All right, we have the Ace of Swords and Justice in the reverse. That's communication. That's clarity. Okay, that's clarity and communication about something that was an injustice, and it directly leads to this person. So you may feel that, you know, you may have been waiting for this person to reach out to you, or there could be some guilt involved with something that occurred with this person. But I feel like you're the one who feels betrayed. So I do see you want to reach out to this person. You want to provide clarity for an injustice, or you want them to, you know, provide clarity to you. Regardless, it's definitely leading to this person. So let me see. And I feel like there's a lack of communication. If this is a new person, I do feel like you're trying to get clarity as to whether or not this is a balanced connection. Is this something you really want to do? Because you're holding back because of things that you went through in your past. So let's clarify this person. Spirit, why is Justice here? For some of you, you could be in some sort of a legal struggle with this person. And if that's the case, it's not looking good that you will win that. So just letting you know. All right, we have the Magician and we have the World in the reverse. So this person in your energy is, if this is a person from the past, they're manifesting justice in this situation. They feel like there's unfinished business that's here between the two of you. And I do feel like this is somebody that, you know, does genuinely want to do the right thing here. They are manifesting this relationship. If this is a new person, this is somebody that's manifested this new love, but they may have something that's unfinished in their life. They could be like in a situation where they're not quite divorced, or they're not quite out of some sort of legal situation, because there's something there that is incomplete for the new person. Let me see why the Page of Swords is in reverse. Show me the Page of Swords reversed. Knight of Wands. The Empress reversed. And the Sun card. Interesting. All right. So this person is going to get clarity. If this is a past person, this person may have at some point been very nurturing in the connection, but they have pulled back dramatically. They are still manifesting the connection, and they still have feelings for you. I do feel like they're hoping that you will reach out, because again, the energies are crossing over, but in the reverse. So you may be blaming them. They may be blaming you. Neither of you are, you know, nurturing the situation. I do feel like they are questioning. They don't know if this situation is, you know, a situation that will ever grow again, if there's ever going to be communication. They don't know, they don't have the clarity that they need, but they do want to return to happier times. If they are looking for justice in a situation, they may have not known how to get that justice. They're going to get clarity on that. If this is a past person, they're feeling disrespected as well. And that's one of the reasons why they've pulled back. Now, if this is a new person in your life, there's things that they really kind of have been holding back. They're trying to decide if they should let you know about some things that have happened to them, things that they're going through. There's a sense here that they feel it would overwhelm the situation. And they're also trying to get clarity as to whether or not this is a situation that's going to grow before they invest fully in it. What they do know is that you make them very happy. Okay? Let me see this Six of Wands. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles. All right, we have the Five of Wands reversed. So this person wants to have a successful conversation with you. They want, if this is the past person, they don't want to be placed in competition with anyone else, particularly anybody new that's in your energy. This is somebody that is very successful in whatever it is that they do. They could be younger than you. They don't have to be, but they are avoiding any kind of an argument. They want any kind of communication between the two of you to be successful. I do feel like this is somebody who does have a lot to offer to the situation, and they do want to talk with you. So if you try to reach out to this person, Taurus, I feel like they will communicate with you. Because they're manifesting a reconnect with you. Now, if this is somebody new, this is somebody that is highly successful, but they are also, there's some sort of organization or a group of people that they feel very judged by because they kind of go against the grain, okay? This is somebody that, if it's someone new in your energy, they might not tell you everything because they don't want to create any problems within the connection. So let me see. Show me the energy between Taurus and this person. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Four of Cups reversed. Interesting. All right, so there's definitely love here. I do see, Taurus, in your energy that you're holding back. There's a fear of starting anything new with this person. There's a fear of taking a risk. You're confused about whether or not you actually want to do that. Now, this stuck energy is causing you to feel a little bit powerless. You are interested. There's definitely interest in this person, both the past person and a new person, but you're not budging. You're kind of holding back. For some of you, there's this energy of enjoying being single, enjoying going out, enjoying your freedom. So I do feel like while there's the opportunity in both cases for you to, have a new beginning with this person, you're kind of not budging. You're saying no, not right now. Now, in their energy, if this is the past person, this past person is manifesting a renewal in this connection. However, they feel disrespected. As I said earlier, they're looking back on the past and they're feeling like this could be a missed opportunity. It just may be that this is not going to happen. They don't feel like everything is completely over, though, just yet. They are asking for karmic justice, though, for the way they feel that they've been treated unjustly. If this is a new person, they may be taking a pass on this connection as well, because they may be saying, oh, okay, well, Taurus isn't ready for a relationship. But either way, it's still up in the air in both situations. So let me see. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Leo, a Taurus, Libra. Libra is very strong. Let me see. Show me what's affecting this situation. So now we come to the decision. We come to the crossroads. Okay? All right, so we have the Eight of Cups reversed, and we have the Six of Swords. So here's the decision. The decision for you is, do you take a risk with this person? If it's a past person, do you revisit the situation? And you're confused. You do have options. You're not sure what it is that you really want to do. I will say that fear is affecting you a little bit in this situation. So your decision is, do you take a risk with this person? You know, and particularly someone from the past, but also if it's a new person, do you take a risk with them? Are you going to wind up in the same situation that you were with the past person, and you don't want to do that? So you're at a crossroads. For the person in your energy, whether it's a new person or it's a person from the past, they also have a decision, Taurus, and they're trying to decide whether or not they should move on from this connection, because you're giving off the energy that you don't want to settle down. You don't want to have this new beginning. So they're wondering, is this, they enjoy your company, they want to talk about it, but they're wondering, is this even a situation that could grow? Should they even invest in it? Should they put their time and energy into it? So let's look at your outcome, Taurus. All right, we have the Nine of Cups reversed. We have the Ten of Swords reversed, which is positive because that was in your underlying energy in the upright. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like you're healing. A lot of healing is taking place right now. So those swords are starting to fall out of your back, all right? I do feel like you are trying to open yourself up to a new beginning. However, that being said, I feel like you kind of go back and forth a little bit, and you really want this person, whether it's a new person or the past person, you kind of want them to chase you, and they're not doing that. You could be approaching this from more of a physical standpoint, in which you are trying not to get your heart broken again. And I do feel like there's going to be a big conversation about all of this. The person that's in your energy, I do feel like they're not going to like what it is that you are offering or what it is that you have to say. They have the Nine of Cups in reverse here, and that tells me that, they're looking for an offer. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but they want clarity. They want some sort of stability. They've been trying not to fuss and argue with you. And I feel like when you come forward and you discuss this with this person, it comes across as being something that's very sexual, very unbalanced. And this person in your energy, they're going to be kind of turned off by that. So I think a lot of it, though, has to do with you healing from heartbreak, healing from betrayal, healing from a painful ending. So you're really, both of you, at a position where you're trying to make decisions. You're trying to decide what is really going to be best for you. Yeah, but you definitely need to continue your healing. And I feel like you're doing a lot of healing, Taurus. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups in the reverse, which indicates to me that this painful ending has affected you far, far more than what you talk about or what you are relating to others. There was an ending here. And it looks like it's a soulmate. You're not on the same page with that person. You feel very hurt, very some of you feel very betrayed. It was just extremely painful. You feel like somebody took all 10 of those knives and just sunk them in your back. And here we see you healing from that. All right, so I feel like there's going to be a conversation, but the person in your energy, they're not going to like how the conversation goes. They're not going to like what it is that you're offering at the end of the day. But again, you have to offer what you're able to offer, what you're comfortable with. And then they get to decide whether or not they should accept that offer or move forward. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, Taurus. I mean, that's the thing, is you can't make yourself heal. It's a process. All right, so your card says, making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. All right, give me a second and I'm going to read that for you. Gotta find it. All right, It says, you are making a difference in the lives of others in ways that you may not even know. Many benefit because of you. Your light radiates far and wide. What the universe wants you to know is that sometimes the smallest actions can have the greatest impact. Perhaps it's a smile shared with a stranger, a kindness extended to an acquaintance, or a favor done for a friend. This is akin to the story about the man who returns beach starfish to the sea. Although he knows that he cannot possibly save them all, he continues his work because it makes a difference to the few that he can save. You can and will change lives. Take steps today that will make the difference in the life of another. And some questions to ask yourself are, how can I make a difference? Whose life is positively impacted because of me? And the final question is, what can I do to make even more of a difference in the world? So don't underestimate your ability to make a difference in the world. I mean, Spirit is clearly telling you that, these small acts of kindness that you do, Taurus, do add up. All right, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, Taurus, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the hype button if you can. And until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.